Can you talk to us and just give us some insights into some surprises you encountered or challenges you faced of having changed your career path completely, whether it was telling your friends and family you were going this route, and maybe they didn't fully understand, or it was just showing up in chiropractic school and being surprised by the educational experience? If you could maybe just reflect on those times.
Sure. I think, thankfully most of my family was pretty supportive. I had a few that weren't or just didn't understand, why I would choose this as opposed to something else. but some of them were in the pharmaceutical industry, so it made, it now makes sense why they were so puzzled by my choice. Although now they're not only 100% on board, but actually have that same lean or that same propensity. I think the biggest challenge was I was so passionate and so, wide eyed and excited. And I just thought opening my first practice was going to come with a lot of ease. And it didn't. You know, um, I won some awards in school and just had all kinds of potential. And when I got out there and it was a little harder than I realized, I think that was a little eye opening for me. Not completely discouraging though. I mean, I was bent on this is it. This is the call on my life. This isn't just my job. And and that's always going to come with an element of surprise. It's always going to come with an element of it being harder than you thought.
Mhm.
And so you kind of, but if you know that going into it, it maybe is easier to navigate those times. But even if you don't, you can learn pretty quick. Hey, there's a lot here that I don't know that they
Mm.
didn't teach me in school. Um, and so yeah, and I met a lot of different people in school in Cairo College that they had just completely different backgrounds. Some were from a background similar to me. Some had grown up chiropractically, so they didn't know anything else. Some were super passionate philosophically, some weren't. So it was really, I more took the role of observer and kind of looked to understand and to see why there was this chasm really in the profession. Why is there this huge gap both philosophically and even logistically about how people want to practice when they get out. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about chiropractic also is there is so much diversity in what you can do with this gift. Um, but the lack of unity is problematic in our profession when you find out how few people we're still seeing in the big picture, even practices like that are super high volume, and we're considered a high volume practice, but even that is just the tip of the iceberg for the population that isn't being treated through chiropractic. And that's really the mission is like, how can we get this message out and help people understand what a tremendous healthcare choice this really is. And if it were the front line, what would that do to healthcare? So I think in terms of getting started in the career, it is really, really important to surround yourself with people that have been through it, that are philosophically strong, and that can help you kind of navigate those rough times so you don't quit. A lot of people quit too early. We have tremendously passionate chiropractors who lost their practices during COVID, and it didn't need to be that way. There was a lot that could have been done prior to that.